turn. March. Forward. March.
Please be seated. Good morning. My name is Daniel Lee Coven Jr., and I am the proud principal of Rocky Mount High School, home of the Griffons. I would like to take this time to introduce all parties present on the stage today by having them stand when their names are called. Please hold your applause. Dr. Steve Ellis, Superintendent. Dr. Leondis Farrell Jr., Assistant Superintendent of Student Services and Operations. Mrs. Melissa Dancy Smith, Assistant Superintendent of Academic Services and Accountability. Members of the Nash County Board of Education, Mr. Bill Sharp, Board Education Chair. Dr. LaShonda Washington, Vice Chair. Mrs. Sharonda Bullock, Mrs. Deneva Chavis. Rocky Mount High Administration, Mrs. Keel Dawson, Assistant Principal. Mr. Elbert Maynard, Assistant Principal. Dr. Katilia Williams, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Lindsay Parham, Assistant Principal Intern. Please give the stage guests a round of applause. I would also like to take the time to have all remaining Nash County Public School Central Office staff please stand and be recognized. Mr. Silver, you can stand too, sir. Please give them a round of applause. If there are any elected officials here in attendance today, we want you to please stand as well. I would like to give a special thank you to the individuals who are responsible for all decorations and the overall organization of today's ceremony. These individuals have invested their own personal time and resources to further enhance the importance of this day. But lastly, I would be remiss if I did not thank another special group, individuals who certainly have helped our graduates get to this point. If these individuals are here, please stand if you fall into a category. Bus drivers, cafeteria staff, custodians, office staff, school nurses, media specialists, social worker, counselor, and all of our teachers. Please stand. Thank you. Parents, other relatives, and friends, your graduates have reached a major milestone. And this ceremony today is representation of their great accomplishment. And therefore, it is the expectation of the Nash County Public Schools Board of Education, our superintendent, and the faculty and staff of Rocky Mount High School to have a graduation ceremony that is carried out with dignity. Because so much time and effort has been invested by so many to reach this major event, we feel we owe you a dignified ceremony. To do this, we insist on having your help and cooperation. I humbly and sincerely ask that you refrain from clapping, cheering, shouting, calling out names, standing, whistling during the ceremony. Now, if you decide to do any of these actions, then you will be escorted out of the building and off the premises. by a faculty member or a sworn officer standing on the floor. There will be no questions asked. As we take a strong stance on this matter, and this is why, because distracting behaviors like this, like the ones I mentioned, causes other parents to not hear their child's name when it is called. Each parent, family member in here today deserves the right to hear their child's name without interruption or distracting comments. With that being said, we simply want to provide everyone in attendance with the best graduation ceremony possible. It is our promise, as you have already demonstrated at the beginning, that you will have a designated time at the end to celebrate and cheer. At this time, I would like to present our senior class president, Ms. Jada Garland, to give her welcome address on behalf of graduating seniors.
Good morning to our distinguished guests, elected officials, school administrators, school board members, Dr. Stephen Ellis, Superintendent, Nash Rocky Mount Central Office Cabinet members, to our principal, Mr. Daniel Colvin, principals of different schools, our teachers and staff, our parents, and my fellow graduates. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the 2022 graduation ceremony in honor of our graduating class. Thank you all for being a part of this unforgettable journey and providing the guidance, patience, and support that all of our graduates may have needed along the way. Today is a day that holds great celebration, one that our students will never forget. Today is a day of new beginnings and the end of an era for the class of 2022. After today, we will step out of Rocky Mount High School and begin the rest of our lives as the people that this school has shaped us to be over the past 4 years. On behalf of the graduating class, it is my pleasure to once again welcome you to this year's ceremony. And to my classmates, I wish you all the best for the coming years in our lives. Thank you. Please welcome to the podium fellow classmate Michaela Green to give the reflection speech.
Good morning. My name is Michaela Green, and I stand before you a part of the 2022 Rocky Mount High School graduating class. Today we celebrate a milestone, another song in our crown. For the last 13 plus years, we worked hard for this day, never giving up when the road became challenging. 2 years ago, life as we knew it no longer exists. I often wondered what this day would look like or if we would even make it to this time. Expecting fun-filled high school years is what I waited for, but COVID came and changed the plan. Events that we waited for our entire life was canceled and we wondered would COVID ever end. While it knocked us down, it never knocked us out. Our outstanding Board of Education, administrators, teachers, and staff kept the links together and COVID did not defeat us. Here we are today, ready to take on the world. What message am I trying to communicate, you ask? Stay in the race and finish what you start. Never give up. Keep pushing, keep going, and never give up. There is a prize at the end. This journey reminds me of Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 1. The race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one that endures to the end. If you ever fall, get back up and dust yourself off and try again. The story of the tortoise and the hare by Aesop also captured my attention. The tortoise and the hare were in a race. They wanted to see who could make it to the finish line first. All through the race, the hare bragged about how fast he was and how slow the tortoise was. While on the race, the hare stopped to take a break. But the tortoise kept going. While the hare was taking his break, the tortoise made it to the finish line and finished first. I'm here to tell you, don't listen to the negative talk. Keep moving. Will the road always be easy? No. Will I always feel like I can keep going? No, but keep going anyway. The late Mrs. Ann P. Edge instilled this quote by St. Jerome: good, better, best. Never let it rest. Till your good is better and your better is the best, when you have gotten to the end of the race, pass the baton. In the words of Nipsey Hussle, and the marathon continues. Thank you. Please welcome to the podium fellow classmate Layali Cassim to give the reflection speech.
Good morning, esteemed faculty, fellow graduates, family, and friends. Thank you so much for being here on this very special day. This day that marks the culmination of all of our hard work, all of our successes and accomplishments, not only this year, but for the past 13 years. This feeling I have in my chest right now, like so many of you, is euphoric, exciting, yet bittersweet. This is the day that we've talked about since the moment we entered this school 4 years ago. Today, we not only walk the stage, we also welcome the future. And yet, having said all that, I remind myself and all of you that this is only the beginning. So as we look forward to the future, let us take a moment to look back at the choices we made, the lessons we learned, and the people we became. Right here and now, we stand to celebrate this joyous occasion meant to commemorate all of our successes and accomplishments, all of our triumphs and acknowledgments. And yet I truly believe the real success is within, in the twinkle of an eye and sparkle of a grin, in knowing of the strength it took to get here. When I look out at this crowd, it all becomes clear. These awards and diplomas, on the surface they shine, but they fail to reveal, to declare, and truly define the character and individuality of those they name, the unwavering determination and tenacity of those they name. 4 years ago, we walked into the school, freshmen, foolhardy, and chasing anything cool. 4 years later, we walk out of this school, our caps held high, no longer a fool. Long gone are the naivete and ignorance in our past. In their place, wisdom and the memories we've amassed. These lingering memories, shining silver and gold, forever treasured and shared for as long as they're told. The smiles we shared and the tears we shed, the days we soared and the days we fled, the roads we've taken and the paths left behind, in their discovery, ourselves is what we find. For every misstep we've conceived and every success we've achieved, there was a lesson to be perceived. That we are a people of imperfections galore, and the real perfection is in still choosing to be more, and choosing to stand back up and fight, even when the world bears down on us with all its might. The strength of a person is in who they find themselves to be when they keep getting knocked down again and again at the knee, and yet they continue to stand, planted firm and tall, refusing to quit, refusing to withdraw. This is the persona we give as we stand here today, our heads held high in a silent message we convey, having struggled and faltered but refusing to sway. We stand here proud, our achievements on display. So to each and every one of you, my class of 2022, a reminder to be firm and unyielding and unrelentingly true. You've made it this far and your journey's only just begun, so congratulations, my fellow seniors, for all that you've done. And as I conclude, I would just like to thank everyone for coming out today. Parents, teachers, family, and friends, your unconditional support and encouragement are truly appreciated. And on a personal note, I'd just like to thank one person in particular who's always offered me her unwavering support and encouragement. Mom, you've been here since my first day of kindergarten, and here you are today on my final day of high school. Thank you. Thank you for instilling in me the determination to aim for the top. Thank you for showing me what it means to strive for excellence in every circumstance. And thank you for always reminding me that when you do good, good will inevitably come unto you. I love you so much. And finally, to the class of 2022, as we leave here today, diplomas in hand, memories preserved in our hearts, and futures ready to unfold, remember, this isn't the end, it's only the beginning. Thank you so much. Thank God for everything.
Will the first row please rise? Samuel Aimensa Akoto. Ramia Kitora Allen. TJ Raekwon Andrews, summa cum laude. Nyasia Naki Arnold. Waisha Connie Shandora Artis. Rhonda Nicole Banizek. Amir Jashawn Barfield. Kendwall Kendall Barnes. Stephen Antonio Batchelor, Jr. Kaisha Denea Battle. Tavion Raquez Battle. Takai Marlee Batts. Ayana Chantel Bellamy. Malachi Jeremiah Benton. Autumn Rain Biggers, cum laude. Abigail Hernandez Vanilla. Michael Monchase Booz. Jasir Sadiq Buddha Brothers. Jaleel O'Neill Brown. Honesty Ardesia Bryant. Janiyah Michaela Bryant, magna cum laude. Amari Lashana Bullock. Jamari Bunn. Christian Brantley Butler. Karina Carbajal Gonzalez. Akira Shante Carr. Jasmine Elise Carrington. Isabel Mercedes Castaneda. Anaya Samari Cherry. Shania Ann Collins. Adarian Treshawn Cooper. Xylia Lachey Cooper. Nakai Deshaun Isaiah Council. Jakayla Shanae Jean Cruddo. Laquan Tahim Cruddo. Alexia Shantae Dancy. Jada Anise Daniels. Olivia Rose Dottridge, summa cum laude. David Thomas Daughtry, magna cum laude. Lakaya Renee Davis. Alicia Monet Dickens. Terrence O'Keefe Dickens, Jr., magna cum laude. Seattle Michelle Dowd. Jemiah Leona Evans, magna cum laude. Messiah Ashanti Janique Evans, summa cum laude. Adam Henson Everett, magna cum laude. Daniel Thomas Evernham. Kenda Grace Ewell. Jakayla Lachelle Farmer. Gregory Caleb Fenner. Jadina Taquanda Shania Fox. Linster Nicholas Frazier. Cody Blake Free. Jada Nicole Garland, cum laude. Natalie Fudan Garzoni, summa cum laude. Destiny Cherie Gethers. Marcel Alexander Giles, cum laude. Dinesha Nicole Graham. Jersey Monet Grant. Michael Cameron Grant. Celia Yarisia Naviana Green. Michaela Renee Green. Sharice Janae Green. Shakira Renee Griggs. Mackenzie Ann Gupton, cum laude. Michael Craig Harper. Elizabeth Estelle Harris, summa cum laude. Kiani Giselle Harris. David William Hatley. Isis Anaya Hayes. Majela Siobhan Henderson. Trinity Tyshana Shanae Hendricks. Warren Miguel Hetherington. Jacoya Shantae High. Jamel Deontay Hodges. Jamez Mikael Howland. Tyreek Jaquez Hopkins. Jaquan Tyreek Keyshawn Horn. Malachi Damiri Horn. Deaja Zinetria Howard. Devin Isaiah Jenkins. Noel Samaj Jenkins. Ariana Janaya Johnson. Zenile O'Neill Johnson. Cameron Dallas Jones. Davion Devon Jones. Gerard Lamont Jones Jr. Sierra Leilani Jones. Leali Samer Kazim, summa cum laude. Rose Renee Keck. Kanaya Tylia Kelly. Jasmine Ruth Lee. Destiny Iasia Lewis. Jabez Jehovah Lewis. Michael Leroy Lindsay. Heaven Messiah Lyons. Kaylin Michelle Lyons. Keandre Anthony Manning. LaDeja Lene Manning. Evelise Martinez. Joshua Wilson Martinez, summa cum laude. Anna Berenice Martinez Sandoval. Daniel Roberto Maurito Alvarez, summa cum laude. Christina Yolanda McLean. Jabari Zion McWilliams. Jalen Quante Miles. Takai Amari Moore, cum laude. Claudia Cassioca Water, magna cum laude. Exorian Taekwon Nelson. Evie Wan Wing. Destiny Lachey Nicholson. Christopher Brian Nowell, cum laude. Messiah Palmer. Janae Heavenly Parker. Niani Chanel Parker. Juliana Rose Pate, summa cum laude. Kamani Amaya Patterson. Naomi Patterson, cum laude. Samuel Bondin Patterson. Kamaya Nashe Peoples. Serenity Ariel Peoples. Layla Elise Perry. Sade Beyonce Perry. Timothy Ryan Phillips. Rebecca Dalton Powell, summa cum laude. Jesse James Price. Curtis James Pruitt. Zaria Vashti Ragland. Khalil Adam Valentine Randall Myers. Denise Gallegos Reyna. Amia Simone Richardson. Majesty Makara Richardson, summa cum laude. Malik Anthony Ricks. Janae Moline Robinson. Raquela Ariana Danae Ross. Jamario Deshaun Scott. Caleb Ryan Sessoms. Aviana Janae Sharp. Justin Benjamin Silver. Cottrell Jamari Silver. Kamisha Amanda Simmons. Kiwan Lee Sledge Mills. Ramaya Nicole Smith. Kenneth James Snowden, summa cum laude. Shakira Denise Stansel. Ladies and gentlemen, if we could continue, please. Thank you. Erica Yvonne Stanfield. Abigail Yvette Taylor. Jeffrica Nascotia Taylor, magna cum laude. Isaiah Jalen Tillery. Tyrese Tyshawn Tillery. Darcy Ann Tyndall, summa cum laude. Keon Ivory Underhill. Alex Hiram Vega. Andrew Dylan Vincent. Shania Tierra Murray Walker. Corey Jaquan Ward Jr. Anna Catherine Weeks, summa cum laude. Philip Andrew Wells Jr. Legend Elijah Whitaker. Janaea Nichelle Denise Wiggins. Tyshawn Malik Wiggins. Amon Daviante Williams. Andrew Charles Williams. Tanavia Antonise Williams. Benjamin Alexander Willis. Travion Shaquille Willis. Kayla Grayson Winstead. Jamarco Senquez Woods. Keelan Mattingly Yarl, cum laude. Madeline Elizabeth Young.
Give these graduates a round of applause. Thank you. Class of 22. We're almost at that moment, the moment when I will confer diplomas and have you turn your tassels. But before we get there, I would like to offer you some words of wisdom. The rest of your life will be one long journey. And I personally have always felt one's successes and failures depends heavily on their interactions with other people. Whether you know it or not, your greatest challenges will come from people. And how you deal with those people, my grandmother used to say, them people, will have an impact on your success or failure. So with that being said, I wish to provide you with some words of wisdom from Mother Teresa that just might help this message hit home. Mother Teresa says, people will often be unreasonable and self-centered, but you should forgive them anyway. She states that if you are kind to people, they will often accuse you of having some alternative motive, but you should be kind anyway. You will also find if you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies, but you should succeed anyway. And the crazy thing is, when you're trying to be your best and be honest, people will cheat you, but you should try to be honest anyway. She states you will spend years building up something, and someone will come and destroy it overnight, but you should continue building anyway. On your journey, you will find serenity and happiness, and people will be jealous, but you should be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow, but you should be good anyway. Mother Teresa goes on to say, you will give your best, and for many people, it still will not be enough, but you should give your best anyway. To close, I think the message Mother Teresa is trying to convey, it is that whatever you say or do in life, it is between you and your God, and never about them anyway. Parents, guardians, friends, I am ready to present to you the class of 2022. Please stand. Graduates, by the power vested in me by the Nash County School Board of Education and the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce each of you graduates of Rocky Mount High School with all the rights and privileges. You may turn your tassels.